Hello, my lovely people. Good morning to you all, and I welcome you to Linda's TV show, The Home of News. If it is your first time and you like what we are doing here, kindly subscribe, put on your notification bell to all notification. Here we react to all forms of videos, local, international, and I want to seize this opportunity to put a disclaimer that here in Linda's TV show, we do not preach misleading information, hate speech, violent or instigating war. We are only here to inform, educate, sanitize the members of the public about what is happening. I deserve this opportunity to appreciate YouTube for creating this wonderful platform. If not for YouTube, I don't know how we will be able to disseminating information to the members of the public. YouTube, I appreciate you. So my
thing they are doing, trying to save face one way or the other. But one thing I wanted to reference is I saw on I think I came across it on this guy Vam Vam Vam. You know, they were making statement comment about what is his name, Allen Oyema, the airpiece guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that he gave 2 billion naira to USB to squash or to destroy Biafra, blah blah blah, sort of like you know. So, but listen. So, and I wrote and I said, look, I know that the airpiece guy Onyema is a one Nigerianist, first of all.
Yes.
Right. But at the same time, I asked, I said, what evidence? I mean, because you cannot just come and throw up something that he gave 2 million naira to do this, to do that, and you didn't show anything. Explain, how does that happen? How did you get the information? Now, and again, you went ahead and show where his plane kind of either crashed or land. His plane had a problem, right? So I saw it on the video, and people, I guess maybe malfunction, whatever it is, but people, I think they escaped unhurt. And so he was saying that because of that God is destroying him. But I was like, no, you have to tell Biafrans your source of information. How do you come out? Because he didn't explain how they came about this accusation that he gave 2 billion. You can't just tell me that because his plane crashed. The plane crashed some months ago in India. Is it because Indians are fighting? No. Plane crash everywhere. So, but the problem with our people, and that's why when Nnamdi Kanu make that point that in this new Biafra, we're going to have a resounding academic system that will make people to begin to ask questions. We don't ask questions. This is the problem. And that is why I'm not trying to say that with this or that, there will always be saboteur in everywhere, in every struggle now. But we must be able to ask people the hard question. Don't just, if they don't want you to ask questions, then you have to be circumspect. You can't just follow sheepishly. Because otherwise, what are we doing? People see things are happening in a way. Sometimes you begin to wonder, how do you allow it to happen? Because you don't ask questions. You don't hold their feet to fire. Somebody just come and tell you that Allen Onyema, as much as I despise Allen Onyema, because these are guys. They are there, they are witnessing, they see, they know what is happening. Except if they are not Igbo. Maybe it's part of the agenda of the caliphate from inception. From the inception, they planted these guys in an attempt to achieve their goal. I don't know. But there's too many questions with little or no answer. So you cannot be Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, people like this, right? You can see, you don't need, it's very obvious for everybody to see what is happening to Biafrans, to Indi Igbo in particular. And you are an Igbo. She's from Ogwashiku, a normal woman, born and brought up, raised in Enugu, right? She said it. I'm not the one saying it. She said it. And she's there. She has so much to give, so much power and influence. She can
and
speak.
the name was it.
She can speak. She speaks. The world listens. Talk to the people. You are deliberating, you are collaborating with world leaders with power and influence, and your people are being massacred. The last time I went to my, I was in Ogwashuku. This whole marginalization, this whole the attempt, what they are cooking for Biafrans from the Igbo is out there for everybody to see. So why is it that you are so oblivious? Why is that? Why do you not care? How do you sleep at night? And there's another Ngozi again, the writer one, who is I'm trying to remember the surname now, or
Amanda.
Amanda. Yeah, exactly. So some years back, maybe 2 3 years ago, I saw her making comment, and I was pinching myself. I was like, how can this happen? The thing she said, that she made reference or comment about the creation of Nigeria, how it was illegally created, how it was created without the consent of the people,
Yes.
right? And but that nevertheless, she said, we are here now. We have to find a way to make it work. And I'm like, so because everybody knows that Nigeria is a case, clear cut case of kidnap. That's what it is. The
Yes.
British created it by force, through the force of arm. Everybody knows that. Now, so in other words, that is like somebody coming to kidnap you, and they kidnap you, take you to a place, and put you there, right? So because you've been kidnapped and brought to a place, therefore it's fine. You have to stay there. You don't have to try and fight to get yourself free. At least put yourself in a position where you can determine for yourself what you want. So you just stay there. That was the comment from that Ngozi. And I begin to wonder what is going on here. How can, with all the education, how can she say a thing like that? And this is not working, because if it was working, if there was any sign that Nigeria is working or will work, then maybe, just maybe, you can say, okay, maybe we can do this, but it's not working. Every year gets worse than the year before. We know that, we see it. Even the worst, arguably the worst president, the worst guy that ever ruled Nigeria, Buhari. What is this problem? I don't know what's making up. Anyway, so even the worst,
Let me see.
the worst. Hello?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So even the worst government, the worst president, from my own calculation, Buhari, the worst ever. People are still, of course, we all know that it was better then than it is now, because the exchange rate, we know what it is, what it was then and what it is now. The cost of living, everything, the job market, everything is worse now than it was during Buhari, arguably the worst president ever. So you cannot tell me to stay in Nigeria, continue. In other words, you keep doing the same thing over and over and ever again, and expecting a different result. That is madness. You have to do something different. So anybody, when I look at these guys like Onyema and the rest of them, some of them are millionaires, some are billionaires. They have influence, they have a voice, and they look away. I don't know. That is really sad. And from that Zoom meeting, Dr. Ngozi Arabeze made reference to this very particular woman, Ngozi Okonjo, and I think that was very pointed, because she can't continue down this path, and at the end, everybody's gonna have to account, because we are living it, we are seeing it, and you are acting as if, I guess, you are with the enemy then. Well, that's what it means. Why are you doing that? How can that happen? How are you able to go to bed at night and sleep and think that it's okay, but it's not okay? So as for the issue with Vam Vam, I just wrote, I hope he reads it. I hope he'll be able to read it, because it's not a pleasant behavior that you can just come and put out stories, and nobody asks you the right question. Where is your source? Where do you get it from? If we until we begin to do this, I don't know where we're going. You must be able to ask the hard question. And if that person refuses, it doesn't matter who it is. If he refuses to give you an answer, at least you'll be able to explain to you. Even if he doesn't give you answer, you'll be able to explain to you maybe why he wouldn't give the answer. If it's something that pertains to intelligence or security apparatus and stuff like that, it's understandable. Then it will be understandable. But he don't want you to you just come and say he gave 2 billion and that they are working with the United USB to destroy, and nobody, and lots of people I saw in the background, lots of people buying into it. Why? How is that possible? Are you a human being? Do you have anything in your head that you cannot ask them? Tell us how you come about this. We want to believe you. I want to believe you, but you have to tell me how you come about this information. They did none of it. It's sad. It's sad. But we must change, because if not, it's going to be difficult, my brother. Thank you so much.
I agree with you, my brother. I have been saying that in my platform every blessed day. I always speak about that very issue. I have always said it. You don't lie against people simply because you don't agree with them or because you hate them. You don't just lie against somebody because you don't like the person, because you hate the person. You cook up a lie. If you want to push propaganda, we have a strong enemy before us. We have the British that is holding us, with the caliphate that is holding us. Push your propaganda towards them. And when you are pushing your propaganda, put a verifiable one. Even as I said it, that look at Nnamdi Kanu, with all the brokers he made for more than a decade. The Nigerian government could not find anything inside brokers to use him and prosecute him. They could not find. Because everything he has said has an evidence to prove, including accusing Buhari's death, the accusation of Buhari's death. Nigerian government, you saw they played videos. They played videos on his broadcast. But they could not find any single thing against Nnamdi Kanu after more than a decade of broadcast.
Yeah.
That is why those of us today that are on your camera, you must be very careful what you promote and what you support. You must be very careful what you say, because the day of judgment is going to come. And the internet never forgets. When that time comes, all these things we are saying, they will present it before you. They will just play it for you. It will just replay before you. Defend it. Defend it. How can somebody who pushes such line? In as much as we know that Allen Onyama is a one Nigerianist, we know his involvement with Nigeria. We know how he made his money. When our Supreme Leader Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa accused him of his involvement in the Niger Delta militant surrender, when he was accused, there are evidence to that. There are video evidence. There are informations that back that up. That even if you call them up in the court, they will present it. We know that Allen Onyama played a major role when the militants were what did they call it? What did they call that the arrangement they were making with the federal government? When the militants handed over to the federal government, and that was where he made his billion that he used to buy his earpiece. There are evidence to that. It is not a propaganda. There are evidence. He was involved in it, in that negotiation. That negotiation made him a billionaire that he is today. We know that at a point in time, the United States government indicted him of money laundering. The US indicted him of money laundering. And that money was traced to companies that was registered under his name, that had a link with that very negotiation, with that militant surrender. I've forgotten what they call that, their militant this thing, that their peace this in they reach that time. Nnamdi was in the forefront. Our Supreme Leader Nnamdi Kanu spoke about it. Mazi Simon Ekpa elaborated on it, and there are facts to back it up. But for somebody to just wake up today, just because we know that Nnamdi is playing a role with the government, working with the government, you now use it now to blackmail somebody. It doesn't happen. It doesn't add up. And I have said it. When somebody tell a lie, even if it is your brother or your sister, don't say because that lie favors you at that time, you support it. It will come back to haunt you. When somebody tells a lie, no matter the group the person belongs to, No matter who the person is, whether your brother, your sister, the person you love, in your own group of agitation, whether in Ruby, whether in USB, and somebody tells a lie, do not support that lie. Take yourself away from it. If you are not sure, don't even speak about that. Don't comment. Keep your mouth shut. Don't comment. Don't just buy into something that there are no evidence to back up. Most importantly, those of us that are putting our face on the line, those of us that are coming out on media, some of us don't know there will be consequence for every single thing we do. Internet never forget. Internet never forget. You see the late Muhammad Buhari, how people are rooting up videos of what we say to him. They will never forget. You see Nnamdi Kanu in the court. They were digging out brokers that he made as at 2015. Some before 2015, they were digging out brokers. And they went to all length to see what they are going to use to hold him down. But they couldn't find any. Because every single brokers he made was based on fact. And have you asked yourself, this man that they were digging brokers to charge him was in the UK for more than a decade, broadcasting in UK, and he was never ever invited by a police one day because he was speaking based on fact. But today you see people just come on camera and say anything. It is a shame. It is a shame. And some of us patronize them. You go there, you clap hand, you jump. Simply because it favors your own agenda at that time. Even when you know that this person is lying. But because that lie favors your own agenda at that time, you support it. Tomorrow it will come to haunt you. We have seen it in this very struggle most of the time. Most of the time, you see people, somebody is doing bad, you support that person, Before you know it, the person will still turn against you. That same thing he was doing when he was with you. When he now begin to do it against you, you begin to complain. You begin to complain. But when that person was doing that evil, you know it was evil, but you supported it. But when that evil definitely turns around and begin to haunt you yourself, you begin to complain. Do not support evil. It doesn't matter where it comes from. If you see a pope, your imam, your pastor, your benefactor, your father, your mother doing evil, rebuke them. There is nothing like if you cannot beat them, join them. If you cannot beat them, run away from them. Run away. If you cannot beat them and manage yourself, run away. Don't join evil clique. Don't join evil propaganda. We know that in terms of freedom fighting, in terms of wars, there are propaganda. But you have to use verifiable propaganda and let it be against your enemy, not against your brothers. We have said it again and again. And it's so sad that every day we see people continue to tread that path. It is a shame. Very, very big shame. My brother Chidebere, I can see Chidebere there. Unmute yourself, Chidebere, and speak to us. Chidebere, if you're still there. Chidebere, unmute yourself.
Mas the truth.
You're welcome, my brother.
For good work you are doing. Also bless every Biafran, Jamil Biafran. Mas the truth, I've been following you since, but today is my first day to call.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I just want to use this opportunity to, appreciate and recognize our supreme leader, Nnamdi Kanu, for his doggedness and resilience. And I want to also thank God for the life of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. And also our DPM, Dr. Ngozi Orebezi. God will bless all of them. And also the men on the ground that are genuinely fighting and protecting our land. See, Mazi, one thing I want to tell you is that you see this Nigerian issue with our leader. Like you rightly said, that Omotocho said that he want to make everything very fast so that before they will go to holiday, vacation. Don't ever believe anybody that has interest of zoo at heart. No, don't believe them. Mazi, there is no reason why this man will come now and postpone this thing till October. Because in the last court sitting, when they submit the judges, the Mazi and the Kanu lawyers submitted no case this thing, no case submission this thing. The man said he gave time. You know how many months? that on 18th of July, he want to go and study those things. What are you studying? Even if it's jam question or wire question, what are you studying? Okay, after all these months now, he came today and postponed it to October. Mazi, what if that October, they now tell you that the Justice Omotoche is not feeling fine, and they will postpone it again till next year? Because these people, they have... Let me tell you something, Mazi. I just thank God for the life of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. You know what? You know, some Biafrans, they don't reason. It was Mazi Simon Ekpa that contacted Dr. Masanga. He said it when he interviewed that program he did with our DPM, Dr. Ngozi Oragbeze. He said when Mazi Simon Ekpa contacted him, he now gave him the phone number of P.O. Lumumba. You understand? Then Mazi Ekpa now contacted the man. That is how this matter was taken up. Or this Kenya matter, this, you know, had he been, he did not do that, Kenya wouldn't have even said that thing they did. So now the problem of Nigeria is that where you kidnapped this man from, they have admitted that you have committed a great offense. So now everybody is in a tight corner. They don't know what to do, because their plan was to keep him till 2027, to use him for their political jamboree and so what. So now, since Kenya have already said that what you did is wrong in our soil, and we will pay him. And I want to thank God for that, Lumumba. You understand? God will bless that man. Man, to come to what some of Biafrans are saying, sometimes when I look at them, I pity them. This is exactly what they did against our Prime Minister. That is a Nigerian agent that Omahi pay him. Now that he was called to answer questions and he was put behind the bars, can you show me all those people ranting their mouth on the social media saying that Simon Ekperima, this and that? Even there is one they call Ashalugo. Every time he keep calling our PM bad name. Now he's crying on social media.
He's confessing now.
He's confessing now that if he had he been, she know what she know now, then she would not have been calling Simon. She's regretting now. But there are some unrepentant demons in this, from Owazlike to Nnamdi Kanu to Simon Ekpa. That's why they jump up and down. Still, now, I want to ask them question. You said that Ngozi, you know, my brother choose. Our DPM is a very educated person. I don't have that patience. If it's me that Adadio Arama is talking, that I will put her behind the bars now. I'm telling you. But this woman kept quiet and they keep talking rubbish all the time. You people claim that you are men. You was afraid. This woman stood up in Finland to declare Biafra. Mazi, I thank God for that woman, because what these people plan without their plan B with Ogenkere, they are waiting to scatter everything on that December 2nd. But this woman took them on her words and declared that thing on 29. That was her highest offense. So that's why they were mad. And another thing is that she followed what our Prime Minister said, that once this thing has been declared, dissolve this thing. All this, so they were angry. They were angry. So look at the people that are in a cabinet now. We're educated people. My brother, this one no be the time where you go carry Agbolo come say make it be waiting. You understand? So now they know that Ogenkere is not qualified, but because of money, to give account is a problem. Now the same account they are complaining. Now they have divided again. But my brother choose. You see this guy they call Biafra Unite. I don't know what to say, but that guy will reap what he sow. You see that guy, he will reap what he sow. Because that guy has caused a lot of damages in this thing. We are in this our struggle. But I thank God that Biafra USB has been redeclared. And I want to say something. If you're Biafra and you voted, you were among the 50 million people that voted to exit Nigeria, and now you are talking rubbish, saying go to Bridgie or go to Fallback or go to the other group, what is the essence of your vote? That's the truth. Because you voted to exit Nigeria from Bridgie, metamorphosize to move to USB. And you are not telling me that United States of Biafra, some of them are talking rubbish. So why did you vote in the first place? Mazichus, let me stop here. I am very, very angry, but abattoirs are go mile. Like you
Thank you
said,
so
that
much.
internet never, like you said, that internet never forget. We will not
At
forget,
all.
too. We will not forget. God bless.
We will
The
never
God
forget.
bless you,
Biafra,
my brother.
I want to say something based on this what my brother just said now. He did not clear some things. We are still he's talking about the most current one that I am like, should I say or not to say? But when it is already in internet, if I use this opportunity to let our people know what is going on, because some people might not hear it, and maybe when they hear it, it might be from the wrong source. They will confuse them more. I don't know if I should put more light on what the damage that these people have caused, or should I leave it? Maybe we concentrate on the court of today. Am I
Go
permitted, or
ahead.
should I
Go
say
ahead. We
anything?
have already gotten the update of the court today. While we are
All right.
speaking about the court, if someone have another issue for us to deliberate on,
Yeah.
you put it
Yes,
forward.
because,
We will always relate it to the court we are seeing. It is all about
yes.
Biafra. Go ahead.
Okay, because sometimes clarification is another part of education, and not only that, confusion is too much, and the more people that are confused are being cleared, it is a part of helping the movement, because majority are being carried by lies, and this is a kind of misinformation. According to what I was like trying to say or not to say, based on what happened yesterday, which is 17th, my brother was at like what Biafra Unite have been causing. It's not from Biafra Unite, from what my own view and what I am kind of suspect. It is not even from him. All these things started from one issue, because now yesterday now Igwe Butuzo that have never speak. I am sorry, because he's already in internet. So if I am like bringing it, somebody might say we don't want to hear about our military issue, but it's already on the internet there. Because if you don't clear it to some people, they will go and get it from the wrong source and will be more confused. So let me just touch it more, because that was the video I was watching before I now said, let me see what is going on in the court of today. So based on the voice yesterday that one shorter played, that Igwe Butuzo sent to her, it was a kind of mockery. But what I am like trying to tell people is that in any issue, there must be somebody that is a kind of the architecture of that problem. When even in initial time, when after the declaration, it was this woman was a kind of pretending to be with government, why she was not. All that while, all she's trying to do is to see if that the position she wants to be will be given, and if it is not given to her, she will back off from the government. Meanwhile, before our PM left, he said nobody should have the contact of this. Okay, as they have planned it before, sources and other ones that I was like sparked when DPM found out that there's something that is going wrong, even before our PM was taken. I don't want to go much deep for what has happened before, but for the recent issue of this yesterday, I just want to come from where all these things started, where this woman was from one place to another, from one apology to another. This kind of people, if you are a reasonable, if anybody that is here that has the kind of contact with this our able commander, it's very important that even I am like, it may be he has been a kind of initiated with lies, and he doesn't take any reasonable speech again, because there was two voices that they played. One where she was discussing with Ada, telling her that she thought that our DPM was a reasonable somebody, that she doesn't know that she's not. All this while he have not been talking, until our DPM just said something few days now. He now came out just yesterday, and when he was talking to see the wickedness of this one, he was like, I am trying to, he was trying to say something straightforward. This woman cleared it that today is 17th of July, and he now repeated it to let you know that it wasn't old video, so that you understand how these people have been penetrating these men on ground and until they are being deceived. Now he was like saying that he thought that our DPM was a reasonable somebody, that she doesn't know that she doesn't reason proper, that's why he was like, he thought that she would reason proper when she made the old video. Now that she has realized that she wasn't kind of supporting what they are doing, that he have to be where he is now. He was trying to be cautious with his words, but this one with like trying to bring out words that is very costly from his mouth, and he was saying a lot of things. Now the confusion there is that you will see that more chaos is coming in few days. More chaos is because now is danger between Ogenkere group and this people group, because if there are like this Ada and Remigius and Biafra Unite, it seems as maybe they have people that are sponsoring them, because I don't know them to be all that rich to carry the whole, a kind of be a government on their own. I don't see those three to have that capacity to carry our nation as a government. I don't see them there. Maybe there are people that are sponsoring them. That's why this woman continues to lie to these men on ground, especially these Butuzo, because I could even remember initially when Butuzo made that video of saying that he's with government. It was this and that was pressuring him till Igwe Butuzo came out to say he don't want to do propaganda. He's joining. Man, there was a video that was saying that was trying to know the amount that they sent to him. I don't know how much she said that it's too small. All these kind of things. As if she's the one that is finance minister that knows the amount we have in our pocket. Now she said to try to convince them that they should not accept it, or it's not okay, until they left and joined Oge. Now they have left even Oge. That is how I'm saying it, because since he's discussing with Ada, it means that they are no longer, because if Oge is still giving them money, and this video that came out yesterday came out, another chaos is coming very soon. But why I'm clarifying this thing is to, like, if anybody is close to him, because it's like anybody can call him now, which is very risky, because there is 2 videos when she was talking with Ada, and another one she was like angry with somebody that sent message telling him, don't send this kind of message to me again, that if she should do it the way there is a way he put it, trying to tell the person that is correcting him to focus on government, that government is the right place. He was there very angry with that person, that he should not tell him what to do, to tell you how that is confused they have deceived this man. Not only those triple G and all this, they are not with God. We have no need now that they are not with government, and it's not bad. But the bad thing there is that these people continue to lie against government, telling them many lies, that Ngozi Orabufrani is sending Nigerian army to come and fight. You see where all these chaos that will come even later, how things, just why I'm giving this thing out is that people should expect things like this to come, and when it comes, don't tag it to the government or DPN, because she's not the one doing. But these people that are lying are the people bringing all these things out, just to convince the men on ground to fight unjustly. And the evil part of it is that when they will begin to do it now, those people that are sponsoring them, when this government that is like roaring now will begin to walk and run, those people will leave them, and it just be like ESN. God forbid. I pray that this man, because according to our DPN, she said that he's a good man, he has good heart, but these people have confused him and he's misbehaving. You see, all the while he did not talk. Why now he came out to like saying things that doesn't want it, and why he will be trying to manage some of his word. This woman is putting some word that is very annoying to make you understand that she is in charge. But whichever way, my advice is that anybody that is close to him or that has his own, because it seems that he received many calls or received informations or messages, he can tell him,
thank you so much, my beloved sister, for that your wonderful contribution. It's always good when you see something, you say something. We are here in support of our Supreme Leader Nnamdi Kanu as always to demand his unconditional release from the Zoological Republic. And every one of us know, after they have told us all their lies that they are going to speed up the case and end it today, they have adjourned the case till October 10th for judgment. So we're going to wait until October 10th before we get the judgment. Now, coming down to what my beloved sister have just brought up here. You see, I have said it time without number that sometimes some of us, I don't know how we reason. This attitude of we building somebody to become untouchable is wrong. We always try to make human beings gods, and that is where we are failing. We have that every minute of the day, you must look for somebody you are going to create and build that person to be a god. Instead of us focusing on building institution that will last forever. It doesn't matter who steps into that institution. Let us develop the habit of building an institution. If we can be able to buy that idea of building an institution, we will not be having all this rubbish we are talking. You will not be listening to somebody who is somebody giving order or telling you what to do or what to do. Just like I said, today I am standing with the United States of Biafra, which is the structure from Nnamdi Kanu to Simon Ekpa to where we are today, that the Deputy Prime Minister is taking charge until Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa joins us. That is where I stand. Because it is the right place to be. I am not here to exalt or praise anybody. Unlike the institutions we have in the United States of Biafra, in this struggle, we have the Biafra Defense Force. In that defense force, we know about defense force. And that defense force, anybody can be in charge. Anybody can be appointed by the Biafrans to be in charge. But when we begin to take individuals to make them gods and they feel that everything ends in them, that you begin to listen to a voice message or whether somebody makes a voice message and everybody get panicking. It's some of those things I don't listen to them because they are rubbish to me. They are absolutely nonsense. Number one, the people, the source of the information, the person that they handle the information is not capable to handle a primary school, a nursery school, to handle a nursery school, to guide a nursery school or supervise a nursery school. How can a responsible and reasonable person be dialoguing or reasoning with somebody who cannot be able to handle a nursery school? And how do you want me to have a headache because of such kind of people? It is a very sad thing that most of us Biafrans, we pay attention to things that are irrelevant. When you go to those platforms, people that doesn't have nothing to give to you, you sit back there and you listen, you carry your seat and you listen, and you even take them much more serious than the people that you are supposed to listen to. The structure of a government is what every one of us is supposed to know. Without the United States of Biafra government or Mazi Simon Ekpa put it in place, you're supposed to know what a structure is. The very first thing a human being should learn, that if you are growing up, even in school today, in primary school, the primary school students know who is their head boy. Is it not head boy they call it? When you see your senior prefect, you know this is my senior prefect. You don't need the principal to come and point senior prefect and tell you that this is the senior prefect. You don't have to. Likewise, in secondary school, you will know your senior prefect when you see them. In the university, you will know your lecturers. When you see them, you know them according to their categories and the lectures which they carry out. You don't need somebody to begin to point them out to you. There are certain knowledge we're supposed to have within ourselves. And any sensible person, if you enter an organization, the first thing to do is to study the structure of that organization. That is why I always say people should know why they are talking about Biafra. Know the Biafra you want. Is it the Biafra of your friend? The Biafra of your brother? The Biafra of your group? The Biafra of propaganda? Is that the one you want? And the funniest thing, somebody will tell a lie, the first one, second one, third one, and you continue to pay attention and listen. And you expect me now to break my head because you want to get confused. Go to hell and get confused. Just like one of my brother came here yesterday. I think Ogodoman came here today. He was saying that time have passed when we beg people to contribute to this angle, contribute to this one, do this and do that. If you cannot know what is right at this stage in time, when our supreme leader is in the high court expecting a judgment after 10 years, so when we talk about 5 years is starting from the second kidnap. But the case started from the time he was arrested, 2015. That is when this case started, up to this time, in the kidnap case. But sometimes we forget about the arrest and we talk about the kidnap, counting 5 years. It's more than 10 years that he's in detention. And seeing what is happening today, with all the knowledge we have gotten from Nigeria, with all the way we see they do their thing, with all the knowledge we have about propaganda machine and the way they operate, and yet somebody will come and begin to confuse you and you are paying attention. I am sorry. Go ahead. You are going to meet your doom. By the time you wake up, you are going to wake up in your grave. That piece of the graveyard that you're looking for. You are going to wake up. When you wake up in the grave, your ancestors will ask you, what were you doing when people were taking precautions? What were you doing? It is sad that at this stage in time, we are still listening to somebody who is making speech somewhere, who is sending audio message somewhere. Invisible people left, right, and center. And these people are having effect because you are the one that exalted them to a height that they begin to feel that they are gods. That's what they say stands. I say this all the time. Nobody is much more Biafran than any person here. Nobody is much important than each other. Every one of us is important. The sacrifice is according to your effort. You sacrifice according to the area where you can perform. There are people that sacrifice in finance. There are people that sacrifice on the ground, as fighting on the ground. There are people that sacrifice on the media. There are people that sacrifice by sharing the messages and sharing information. Whatever sacrifice you are doing according to your own level, that is where you are. And you are doing the same thing. We are all equal. The level of the sacrifice of Nnamdi Kanu is not the same with Simon Ekpa. The level of the sacrifice of Simon Ekpa is not the same with the level of Dr. Ssure. The level of her own sacrifice is not the same level with the level of members of the cabinet. The level of members of the cabinet are not the same with the level of some of us who are. There are people sacrificing even without showing their faces, secretly. But simply because most of us like to exalt people. You have exalted somebody to raise him to a height where he begins to feel like a god. He can get what happened and happened. And we are still making that mistake up to today. Up to today, we're making that mistake. Some of us think that when we are talking about United States of Biafra, you think it's because it's about Dr. Ssure. Some of us think when we're talking about Biafra, it's about Master Simon Ekpa. Some think it's about Master Nnamdi Kanu. If it is not Master Nnamdi Kanu, nothing again. The only thing you are talking is rubbish. But every one of us have a level of contributions. And you come million or wow. We have to stop exalting people as God. We have. The more we continue to take that glory that belongs to God and give to an individual, put our hope and trust in us, the disappointment, the death will continue. The attack is going to come up. If Master Nnamdi Kanu was warning you, they are coming, they are coming. We think it's a joke. Today they have come. It is no longer they are coming. Master Simon Ekpa came and created a force to fight it. You destroyed it. You destroyed the force with propaganda and blackmail. And some of you are still paying attention. You can't even reason properly. To your tent, O Israel, I pray that the faithful ones will be alive to raise that flag when the time comes. My sister Ijoma, please take the mic and speak to us.
Hello, good morning. Good morning, Biafrans. Good afternoon, everybody, wherever we are. We thank God for today. I just heard now that at the court date has been changed again. Is it true? Did I hear well?
Yeah, the case have been postponed till 10th of October for judgment.
Okay. What I have to tell them about the court issue is that nobody is God. 8 days that turn to months, and now to take the final decision, they are changing it. Buhari died in 2017. They refused to say the truth. After 8 years, the truth came out in shame of them. Nothing, no truth can be forever covered. The world has known what is going on. It's very unfortunate that also the world has lost it when it comes to the truth. Because I don't see why after 10 years and running around and finally there is nowhere to run again and nothing to bring again, and they cannot finalize this today. Kenya told them to return him to Kenya. Why don't they just do that for shame's sake? Just return him to Kenya where they kidnapped him. And we come to the issue of our PM. Finland is keeping quiet. After telling us that they used 3 good best judges of Finland country to judge his matter and to grant him bail, they are keeping quiet. This was the same thing that made him to stay in. Because normally the Europe we know, a man that did not commit any crime is not supposed to be in detention till the day they will hear his case. But they did that. They did that because they contacted evil of Nigeria. But there is no problem. We are watching and we are interested. And they must do the right thing, whether they like it or not. The right thing must be done. The right thing is to set them free, because if Fulani herdsmen killing everybody and the whole world is seeing, being their sponsors, are free everywhere, I don't know why innocent men will be sent inside and be playing with their life. They don't allow them to see doctor. They are just doing whatever they do. But they cannot get what they want. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, with what we are told, survived the 8 good days of brutality on his life, there is nothing God cannot do. So, what I am saying now about Nnamdi Kanu in France, all these things we are seeing is coordinated by him. I, for one, I don't believe anybody is paying that idiot. But the thing is that she is hell-bent in destruction. And she has already destroyed herself. And she's looking for people that will go down with her. And those people we have known. Although they are already birds of the same feather, it's not like she made them to be what they are. Like the one that cover his face and the Oremejus, people that has no stand in anything. None of their statements will you refer and say on this statement they have always stand there. No one. So what they are doing, we are watching. Highest before 3 months, if they are too strong, we are going to see count their pieces or help them to use a brush and brush it together and hand it over to them, because it must surely happen. What I want to say, our men of military, I salute all of you. It's very unfortunate that this thing is happening. Like our DPM said, the door is open always. We, the Biafrans, understood where your faults are coming from. And that is why we are not angry with you people. But I will also want to ask you people, to ask these people, where is Holy Ghost? The vagabond of Italy came out. I hear one this thing played by, I think, Kai, or no, it was Precious, saying that Holy Ghost is on leave, on detention or what, or whatever, discipline action. Somebody that is sent in for a disciplinary action, doesn't that person talk? To show you the level of wickedness and lies in the heart of these people. They can never repent. And minus the Biafra case, this is the true life they have. Even where they are working, they are not truthful, because if they can go this length, I don't think anything about them can, even inside their own family, I don't believe they are truthful and honest to their own children. If they are saying they are hell-bent to continue the lie on this level, a man that has died, a man that all of you refuse to tell Biafrans, a man that all of you quarreled that he has died. Finally, you came out, you're telling Biafrans, you would make a call and they say they put him on disciplinary isolation. It's very, very shameful. But you know, the devil can never repent. And as long as the devil can never repent, these individuals will never repent. But what I want to tell our military is to be careful. It's unfortunate, like Butuzo, we heard that he's not a person of social media. It's the same one Ishocha that told us. She even knew them up to the private life. She told us Butuzo is not a person of social media. She knows everybody. She's also the same person that told us that our PM doesn't want anybody to have contact with these men on ground. Then I ask, what do they know that we are yet to know about the detention of our PM? They have to come out and tell Biafrans, because there is something that is beating the dance they are dancing, but they have already failed. If Nigeria can fail, is it Finland that will not fail? They have already failed. No matter what they cook, that which they cook, they shall eat. We are watching, and Chukwu Okike Obioma is watching. The earth we are standing is watching these people. Let them continue. Judgment day is very, very close. But peace, none of them will have. Peace has been taken away. They have already taken away their own peace, because you cannot lie, deceive people, shed blood, and you expect to be in peace. It's not possible. But what I'm telling them is that they cannot drag more souls down to grave with their stupidity. And I'm urging the Biafran people, there is no adult except somebody that have problem in the brain that will not see what is doing and understand and analyze and know that these people are out not only to get the money, but they are out to destroy, because them also, they know they have failed. The covering face that nobody knows his face, that will come and use his voice to destroy. Was he not the one that organized the protest that Adadi Orama went? He failed on that protest. What will make him not to fail again? He thought Biafrans, oh, they are watching their video. They are saying, oh, they are mentioning, then whatever he said. He announced it. He made a very good advertisement for that protest he organized. What happened? That is who we are. We know the truth. Tomorrow is fundraising. We are going to see again. Biafrans will never give them their money. It is not possible. We'll go to watch. I give them 3 months. 3. That 3 months is because they will use their YouTube money to back up and give these people, to deceive them a little. After which they will be tired. And the truth, they will split again. And this time they will scatter. And we'll hear more. Let them continue playing the movie. For those that are interested to watch, will be watching. And they will, when they bring those that will analyze. And Biafrans will understand. Thank you, my dear people.
Thank you so much, my sister. Thank you for that wonderful speech. We appreciate you for your very straightforward and simple speeches. Everybody is supposed to have known what to do by now. Everybody, to your tent, O Israel. Remember, one of the things that was signed up in Lati on the 29th of November 2024 was freedom of association. Freedom of association. Follow your conscience. And remember, for every single decision you make, there will be a consequence for it. Don't say because of what you had in my platform or what I said, that is why you took a decision you took. Make sure you make a research within yourself. Follow your conscience. As you are listening and watching, you know the right thing to do. I know the right thing to do. If you decide not to do the right thing and you do the wrong thing, you will face the consequence of your action. You cannot escape it. That is why that freedom of association is one thing that I stand on, and I support it 100%. To your tent, O Israel. If you say you don't know the truth by now, sorry, you are deceiving yourself. You are one of those that are pretending to be sleeping. Continue to pretend. I am not here for people who are pretending to sleep. I am here for people who are sleeping so that we can wake them up. For those who are pretending, I got no time for you. My brother Greg.
Yes, just to contribute to the issue this my sister raised concerning our Biafran minister. Just as you said, everybody have right to join any group he wants. And one thing Biafra must know is Butuzo is not the only Biafra man that is fighting for Biafra.
I wonder.
You would have
why they always
you are taking risk on your own.
To be a strong man every time. I can't
The
understand.
Bible says that any person that trusts in the flesh, he's just a human being. A human being can vanish at any given time. A human being can change at any given time. He is not God. He is not the strongest Igbo man or Biafra man. He is not stronger than Nnamdi Kanu. He is not stronger than Simon who are in jail today. So if Tuzo is messing up, there is other great Biafra that are going to be born today, and the ones that are still in Biafra land. If Butozo lost his soul in his hand, he cannot be misbehaving. That is the perfect truth. Any man that soiled his hand will always dangle here from Ogenkere to Ramma to Batonga religion. Why is he just up and down? Because of money. So, let me use the internation, let them sponsor Butuzo. Let that not bother any single Biafra. If God take away Butuzo today, Biafra will still come. We don't wish him dead, because I will give him what I will eat. I cannot wish him dead, and I will not wish any Biafran dead. But God can take me today, Biafra will still come. So, Butuzo Abraham Ofonye Gawote Biafra. Butuzo is not the only tree in Biafra land. There are millions of trees in Biafra land, and Irokos in Biafra land. So if he saw his hand, let him go and dance in the market. So people should not be bringing Butuzo. We don't put any hope in a human being. In Nnamdi Kanu, so we cannot put hope in any person. He only trusts himself. So he can change because of money. And those people that is hope on, let them sponsor him. We don't have problem with that. If he wants to fight for Biafra, let him continue. If he is sabotaged, he will enter the trap of Nigeria. Because God will hand him over to Nigeria, because many people have wasted their blood and have been following him. So if he will saw his hand and he doesn't want to repent, let God be the one to judge him and judge the Tonga that they are accusing. So, and the one thing that can happen to any human being is when you are fighting somebody that his hand is clean.
Hello, my wonderful people. As we have finished watching this interesting video, please, I want to see your comment, your contribution, your opinion in the comment section. Like I said earlier, let us do it constructively. Tell me what you think about this video that you have just watched, and also about the platform. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please remember to subscribe, put on your notification bell, share this video, and remain blessed.